Hey Glam Babes, it's Aaliyah A with Queen Essence Empire. Today I'm going to be talking to you about a few different ways that you can be successful in 2024. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned and watch this video because it's going to contain a lot of good information about being successful that you definitely don't want to miss. Queen Essence Empire. Discover beauty within. Hey Glam Babes, I'm Aaliyah A with Queen Essence Empire, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what we can do to be successful in 2024. 2024 is going to be a great year for us. We have a lot of new things in store and a lot of good things coming. And if you are like me, you've got this mind that's full of different ideas, full of different desires that we want to obtain, full of different actions that we want to put in place, different dreams that we want to turn into reality, and we want to get started. And I'm going to give you guys a few different tips and tricks from a list that I've compiled of things that we can do to ensure that we make 2024 a successful year. First, let's talk about the law of attraction. The law of attraction is the process of attracting things into your life through asking, believing, visualizing, receiving, and expressing gratitude. So what does that mean? First, we want to ask. We want to speak it out loud, the different desires that we may have. We want to ask the universe. We want to ask God or ask whomever your higher being is, whomever you pray to. You want to ask for the things that you want. You want to put it out into the universe. You want to say, hey, universe, this is what I desire. Hey, universe, this is what I want. And then once you ask, you want to believe that that is something that you can receive. You want to believe that you are worthy enough of obtaining everything that you want. Once you ask and you believe, you want to get in the process of visualizing it. You want to be able to close your eyes and daydream, as they say. You want to be able to close your eyes and see yourself in that new car, see yourself in the house that you want, see yourself in the space that you want. That's how you're going to be able to see yourself, know that you are worthy of having it, and feel comfortable being in that space. You don't want to be in a case where you've got all this money, you've came into all this fortune, and you don't know what to do with it because you never imagined that you would have it. What do you do now? Now you're spending it recklessly. Now you're not making any type of profits or any type of spin around. You're just a person with no guidance. You're just a person out here with money who has no type of insight on what they want to do with it. But you take a person who has sat there and visualized exactly what they want to do with their money. They sat there and they closed their eyes and they thought about it and they saw themselves in that space. When they got their money, they took it and they ran with it. They took it and they were able to put all that money in the places that they wanted to do. They were taking it and they were able to buy the things that they wanted, invest the things that they wanted, turn the profits that they want, because they sat there and visualized themselves in a place of having it, of receiving it. And that's the next thing that we go into. We go into receiving. We have it. We've got it. We want to sit there and act like we've already have it. Pretend you already have it. Pretend you already have the car that you want. You already have the house that you want. You already have the big, beautiful salon that you want. Pretend that you already have it and carry yourself in a confident manner that it's already yours. You are already approved. You are already there. The money is already in your bank account. And move as if you already have it. And express gratitude. Be thankful for what you currently have. And then be thankful for what's soon to come. Because yes, you're asking for the universe, you're asking for all of these things, but you also want to be grateful and you want to be thankful for the things that you currently have. You want to be thankful for whatever cards that you're already dealt. And then the universe is going to allow you to attract more of what you want. The universe is going to be accepting of that gratitude, and they're going to you'll continue to attract more and more. So one of the ways that we want to take note of a way to be successful in 2024 is to practice the law of attraction through asking, believing, visualizing, receiving, and expressing gratitude. Now that you have got an idea of what it is that you want to attract in your life, it's time to put some action behind those game plans. It's time to set some goals. What are goals, you might ask? Goals are intentions that we wish to accomplish. You might say, I want to lose 30 pounds this month, or I want to get back in school, or little things that you want to do and that you have intention of doing. Those are your goals. Well, how do you set good goals? You ask yourself why. What and why? What do you want to do? Why do you want to do it? If it aligns with your beliefs and it makes you happy, you write those goals down and you accomplish those goals. If it doesn't align with your beliefs, if it wastes your time, if it has nothing to do with what it is that you desire, scratch those goals. Don't even write it down in a paper. Move on. Goals are important because they help us focus, they motivate us, they provide direction. They also allow you to measure your progress. It is so super fun to write a list of goals and to be able to go back and check those goals off, or to even say, I'm going to accomplish this goal in this amount of time. And then when that amount of time is up, you've checked your goal off, or you've altered it so that even if you've extended the time that you need to accomplish that goal, you're still motivated, you're still tracking your progress, and you're still getting it done. Goals also allow us to clarify our future. If we are just out here existing, we're not setting any goals, we have no intentions behind anything that we do, we have no clarity. We're just living a blurry life. It's not giving us, we're not living to the fullest that we can do. We're not living to the fullest capability that we can. And you definitely want to write some goals. You definitely want to clarify your life. You want to live with a purpose. You want to have a reason why you're waking up and going to work every day. You want to have a reason why you're taking this class, or you want to have a reason why you're making this YouTube channel, or whatever it is that you're doing. You want to have some kind of purpose. You want to have some kind of clarity behind what it is that you're working on. So I strongly recommend setting your goals and making note of that as another way to be successful in 2024. When you set your goals, you want to set attainable goals. I'm a manicurist. I'm not going to sit here and write a goal that says I want to do 30 hairstyles on 30 clients in the month of January. That's not an attainable goal. I don't do hair. Hair has nothing to do with me. Do you want to set goals that are attainable, goals that make sense, goals that align with what it is that you want? Or even if you want to lane switch into something else, you want to set goals that align with allowing you to get to where you want to be. You want to set SMART goals. SMART goals are specific, asking yourself the who, what, when, where, and why. SMART goals are very specific. They're measurable. You put a time frame on this goal. You don't want to sit here and say, I'm going to get my degree and not put no time frame on it. And now 10, 20 years has gone by and you've still got this goal on this piece of paper. No, you want to put a time frame behind your goal, and you want to hold yourself accountable. You want to hold yourself to it. SMART goals are also achievable. It makes sense. I'm not going to put a goal on my paper that says I'm going to go to the moon tomorrow. That's not happening. You want to put achievable goals on your paper. You want it to actually make sense. You want it to not discourage you. You want it to actually motivate you. You want them to be relevant to your lifestyle, relevant to your happiness, relevant to your beliefs. Like I said, you want your goals to make sense. And you set those timelines with those goals. Definitely set the timelines with those goals because you want to hold yourself accountable. You want to put a timeline on it because, like I said, you don't want to be working on the same thing for 50 years and then time has passed you by and you've never accomplished anything. You want to put a time frame on those goals. And even if you have big goals, you want to break them down into smaller goals so that way they're even more attainable. How do we become successful in 2024? 2024 has 12 months. So then we're going to break that down. How do we become successful in January? How do we become successful in February? How do we become successful in March? And you're going to break those down through all those 12 months. And then we're going to go back and we're going to start right here at January. How are we going to be successful in January? January this year is a 5-week month. What are you going to do in week 1? What are you going to do in week 2? What are you going to do in week 3? What are you going to do in week 4? What are you going to do in week 5 of January? You want to start there. Once you've knocked out those goals with January, you want to move on to February. Break those down into however many weeks February has and work on it 1 week at a time. And even when you got your weeks, you can work on it 1 day at a time. You can say, what am I going to do today? Make yourself a to-do list. What am I going to do tomorrow? Make yourself another to-do list. But these are ways that you can take these big ideas, these big goals, these big dreams that you have, and break them down into smaller attainable goals so that you can actually accomplish them. Because we don't want to be out here living a life that we don't desire, just unhappy, working a job that we don't want to work, penny pinching around, not having the financial freedom, always bound and tied down to his schedule. Now, if that's what you desire, then more power to you. Live whatever kind of life that you want. But if that's not the life that you desire, then you definitely want to put some kind of action plan in place to mold your life into what you want it to be. And this is what we're talking about. This is how we're going to do it this year. So not only have we discussed the law of attraction and how we're able to attract the things that we want, but we also discussed goal setting, because goal setting is important. Why are you doing it? What is it that you want to do? When do you want to do it? Who do you want to do it? You want to ask yourself those type of questions. Write it down. Get yourselves these super cool Glam Boss journals that we have available. They are in the ebook copy and they are in the physical hard copy, because it is full of planner information. It is good of mind, body, and soul activities that you can literally do daily, weekly, monthly to get yourself on the right track and to be successful in whatever areas that you want to be successful, whether it be your business life or your personal life or both. Whatever it is that you want to be successful in, definitely invest in these Glam Boss workbooks, because it is going to allow you to obtain that success. Now let's talk about routines. Routines are regular course of procedures that allow you to add some structure. They allow you to stay on track. They allow you to maintain focus, accomplish your goals. They provide meaning, and they also help us build habits. We'll get into that as well. Routines also help us reduce stress and anxiety. So routines are self-care. So when you're talking about your self-care routine or your facial routine or your workout routine, all of that good stuff is reducing your stress and your anxiety, because it's adding structure. You're not fearing anything because you know exactly what's going to happen. You have a time schedule put out so you know when things are going to happen. If things shift a little bit, it's okay, because you yourself have added the structure and the space into your life so that nothing stresses you out. So routines are so important. And then depending on the type of routine that you're building, they bring you much success because they can improve your sleep, your mood, and your overall health. So I strongly recommend building routines that are going to help you be successful. How do you build a routine? Well, first you need to decide what needs to be in your routine. What is your routine going to be? Is it going to be a personal self-care routine? Is it going to be a getting ready for work routine? Is it going to be a bedtime routine? Is it going to be a meditation routine? You need to decide what your routine is going to be. How do you decide what your routine is going to be? You go back and ask yourself what is important to you. Why? What it is that you want to do. Why do you want to do it? Is it important? Yes. And then we're going to build a routine about it. You're going to set yourself time frame, small goals. It's just that simple. At 5 a.m. I want to wake up and say my prayers. At 7 a.m. I want to go to the gym. At 8:30 I want to be in my workspace prepping for my first client of the day. Make yourself a routine. And those routines, those things that you put on your routines, those are goals. So now you've set a goal for yourself by looking at your routine. So you set this routine, I want to be up at 5 a.m. every morning. So my routine says up at 5 a.m. So now I'm about to set this goal and say, I want to be up at 5 a.m. every morning. So now you've created a routine that's centered around your goal and your desires. Lay out a plan. Brainstorm on what you need to do to be successful. Brainstorm what a successful person is, what a successful person does. You can define success in your very own way. So you need to lay out a plan around what you want your successful life to be, or what you want your successful routine to be. Consistent with your time. You want to be consistent with your time when you're doing your routines. You want to be consistent with your routines. It takes 28 days to build a habit, which means 28 days in a row, you need to be waking up at 5 a.m. 28 days in a row, you need to be going to this gym at 6 o'clock. 28 days in a row, you need to be in your workspace ready to do da-da-da-da. 28 days in a row. How do you do that? It seems like a lot. It seems like it's overwhelming, but it's not. When you make your routine and you make your schedule, it's easy. And once you consistently get into your routines, and once you add that repetition into your daily life, what seemed like it was so hard, like it was taking me so hard to build this habit or to get myself on the right track, it's gonna feel like normal everyday life. It's not even gonna feel like any type of stress. It's not gonna feel like something that you're aiming to do. You're not gonna feel like, okay, I have to wake up and I have to mark this off of my checklist every day. No, it's not gonna be like that anymore. You're just gonna wake up and you're just gonna do it. Because you've developed that routine, you were consistent in your time, you were focused, you were disciplined, and you stuck to your routine and you built that habit, right? Now, let's talk about breaking bad habits. Habits are developed through routines and repetition. Bad habits are when we constantly do these routines and repetitions that are unhealthy, and it tricks our brains into thinking this is normal life. So what we thought was unhealthy, oh, I'm going to eat a burger every day. I ate a burger every day for 28 days in a row. Now it's something that I just do. I just get up and eat a burger. How do we break those bad habits? You become aware. You have to know what your bad habits are. You have to know the areas that you were unsuccessful in. Constructive criticism, critique yourself, self-awareness, all that good stuff is going to help you understand what your bad habits are. Once you are aware of what your bad habits are, you also need to understand what your triggers are. What triggers you? What makes you entertain that bad habit? Who, what, when, where, and why were you entertaining that bad habit? Once you understand what it is your bad habits are, what your triggers are, you can then develop strategies to combat those bad habits. Well, I know that if I stay on my phone past midnight, I'm probably not going to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to make my prayers. I've become aware of what the bad habit is. Triggers. What causes me to stay up so late? Distractions, temptations. Maybe I haven't winded down from work. Maybe I'm watching my favorite show. All kinds of stuff. Whether you like to do these things, whether these things are bringing you enjoyment or not, there's still distractions and temptations away from your overall goal. Because your overall goal was to what? Get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to say your prayers. So even if it's your favorite show or you're watching your favorite video on the internet, it's still a trigger that's causing you to have bad habits. So you develop strategies to help you combat those habits. What can you do so that you're not up past a certain amount of time so that you can wake up on time? Okay, I'm gonna limit my screen time to phones down at 10 o'clock. TV's off at 11 o'clock. I'm going to cut off my TV a little early tonight because this is the first night within the 28 days that I decided to build this good habit, and it's going to be a little tough, and I want to allow myself to be physically, mentally, and emotionally prepared for this. I know that even if I turn my TV off a little early, I know that I want to wake up on time, but I'm probably going to toss and turn because it's not something that I'm used to. I'm not used to going to sleep at this certain time. I'm not used to not having my phone right before I go to bed. So I'm going to toss and turn. I'm going to have a hard time falling asleep. But what else am I going to do? I'm going to think about ways that help me relax. Maybe trying visualizing myself obtaining my desires. Maybe try closing your eyes and counting to a number. You know, you can do all these different things that'll allow you to combat those bad habits and turn them into good habits. That's the overall goal. That's another way that you can become successful in 2024. Identify all of your bad habits and break them. Because clearly your bad habits were stopping you from becoming successful. So why would you continue to do them? So we've talked about the law of attraction and how we can attract what we want into our life. We want to attract this success that we're talking about. We talked about setting goals. You want to set smart, attainable goals that allow you to become focused and motivated about attaining your desires. You want to set these routines. You want to set good, healthy routines that allow you to actually put some action behind those thoughts and really get what you want. And then you want to break your bad habits. You definitely want to break your bad habits because it makes zero sense to want something, but you keep doing what causes you to not get what you want. So you want to break those bad habits. Another thing that's going to help you guys become successful in 2024 is taking care of yourself. I know it sounds cliche. It sounds like, oh my God, everybody talks about taking care of yourself. Everybody says that, but I'm still in the same predicament. Then you're not taking care of yourself. I mean, think about it. If you are doing your self-care and you feel the exact same way you felt before you started your self-care at the end of your self-care, you need to do something different. It didn't work. It didn't relax you. It didn't bring your mind and your body and your soul to a state of peace and content. It didn't work for you. So you need to practice your self-care. You need to preserve oneself, right? How are you going to get up and go to work today if your feet hurt? Maybe you should take some time and massage them. How are you going to get up and be successful if you didn't get enough sleep? If you didn't eat? If you didn't drink no water? What is that going to do for you? You're going to pass out. You're not going to obtain the success that you want. You're actually going to go backwards. It's not going to work. So taking care of yourself and self-care is another way that's going to allow you to be successful. When you are taking care of yourself on the inside and even on the outside, it reflects in your work. It reflects in your mood, your confidence, and your self-esteem, and it reflects in your relationships. When you are practicing your self-care, you're not projecting a bunch of negativity onto others. You're not creating a negative environment for others to be in, and people genuinely want to be around you because you are emitting an energy that's love, that's confidence, that says, you know what? I love myself. I'm happy to be in the skin that I'm in. I'm thankful for what I have. I'm thankful for what I am. And when you're taking care of that self-care and you're serious about yourself, everything else starts coming in. Because I mean, think about it. You love yourself. You're serious about yourself. I'm going to get out here and I'm going to work because I want to feed myself. I'm going to get out here and I'm going to do what I need to do because I want to take care of myself in X, Y, and Z. So when you are focusing on your self-care, it allows you to continue to be successful. When you are taking care of your mind, when you're taking care of your body, and you are constantly feeding your soul, it puts you in a space of happiness and gratitude so that you are able to go out into the world and tackle any obstacle that may come into your way. A person with a negative energy cannot touch a person with a positive, happy light, because that person who's positive and that light is so bright and that energy is so heavy that that person with that negative energy can't come into this space. I'm not going to allow you to, because I care about myself and I care about the space that I have created. I care about my success. I know that me treating myself any less than showing that I care about myself is going to make me unsuccessful. So I'm not going to do that. So remember to take care of yourself. That's going to be a very, very, very important way to obtaining the success that you desire. If you do not take care of yourself, you're not even thinking about success. You're not even thinking about those goals. You're not thinking about going to work. You're not thinking about anything that could potentially change your life, because you have to take care of yourself first. But once you take care of yourself, it's like a domino effect. Everything else falls into place. So you definitely want to take care of yourself in 2024 to ensure that you become successful. Another big key factor to actually being successful is financing your success. Being in the beauty industry, you're going to need money to get started. You're going to need some kind of financial help to get started. Whether it be a 9-to-5, whether you're selling a product, whether you're offering a service, whether you're educating others. You may hear the term using other people's money to finance your business, also known as venture capital, where you have private investors or even public investors who invest in your company for a share or stake within your company. Or, you have grants, loans, lines of credit, business lines of credit. You have all types of different options available to finance your success. However, you need something. Please don't be one of those people out here thinking that you don't need anything. You can just, because you need supplies. You need to pay for advertising. Yes, word of mouth is a good way of networking, but you need to pay for additional resources that's going to allow you to obtain the success that you want. You need to pay for the education. You need to pay for the certifications, even down to the internet that you pay for to post these videos, down to the phone that you pay for to even be able to record these videos, your ring light. All of that stuff costs money. So you want to be able to finance your success. Finance is going to play a major part in being successful. It truly does take money to make money. So with that being said, don't be afraid to make your desires reality just because you may lack finances. There's a lot of things that you can do that are free, that you can do in this very moment to become successful. If you want to start doing hair and you don't have a lick of products, maybe go to your client and say, hey, I'll do your hair for free if I can use your products. But the next time, you have to pay. Little simple things that you can research that other people don't know, you can charge to educate them. A lot of people are charging people to get their EIN numbers. If you have a business, you know that your EIN number is free. All you got to go to I think it's the IRS website. You can Google EIN number and get you an EIN number for free. However, a lot of people are charging people to get their EIN numbers. And a lot of people will sit there and say, oh, that's a scam. Why are you charging people for stuff that you get for free? This, that, and the other. That's a way for you to make money as you grow. As you develop the business that you want to develop. There are other people that are starting off on a lower level than you that do not have the knowledge or the experience that you have. What can you do? You can teach them. And it's not that you're charging them for the EIN number. I'm charging you for the research that I put in to find out that this is how you get this. I'm charging you for the application that I filled out in your name so that your business could get this because I did the application for you. Because I shared my research with you. I'm charging you because it's going to take you 2 minutes to write down what it took me 2 years to learn. So there's always different things that you can offer people for free that's going to generate profit that you can potentially do when your finances are low. $20, $50. It's things that you can literally do to finance your success and invest with little to nothing. So that's another way to be successful in 2024. You want to pay attention to your finances and you can finance your success. It is people literally out here living on other people's money. Finance your success. Research, figure out what you can do. Figure out ways that you can make money and you can take this money and invest it into your success and invest it into your future. So, a few ways that we've discussed about how to be successful in 2024. We've talked about the law of attraction and attracting things into your life that you desire. We have talked about setting goals, creating an action plan. We've also talked about breaking bad habits. And we have talked about your self-care and your mood, because all of that is vital to being successful. We've also taken a look at financing your success. Like I said, there is a lot of ways out there that you can finance your success. Please don't sleep on having a 9-to-5. That steady income, even part-time, will still allow you to take part of your check and invest it into your success. Sell a product, offer a service, teach. Remember, people are paying for research. Things that you know that are free, people are paying for. Is it your job to get out there and tell them, hey, this is free, you don't have to pay for that? You can if you want to, but that's not your job. They get out here and they do the research and they do the same work that you had to do. And they put in the same time and they put in the same experience. If they want to take shortcuts, if they want to buy that research off of somebody, if they want somebody else to do it for them, baby, they have to pay for it, because your time is money. Your knowledge is worth something. You know something that they might not know. You can make an ebook. Really simple, really easy, real quick way to finance your success. Real quick, real easy. It's a lot of different things that you can do. You want to have discipline and you want to stay focused. Remember, when you talk about wanting to be successful in 2024, you have to go back to the drawing board and you have to ask yourself, what do you want your life to look like? What do you want 2024 to look like? Distractions and temptations surround us every minute of the day, but you have to remember that you are in control. When you build healthy habits and you write your goals, you are controlling what you want your daily life to look like, and you are literally molding your life into what you want it to be. And with enough consistency and repetition, the habits that you work so hard on developing will become your normal life. The cravings of success will be fulfilled if you follow these last few steps. Law of attraction, setting your goals, creating your plan, breaking bad habits, taking yourself and your self-care serious, and financing your success. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got a lot of good information. I hope that it was motivating. I hope that you got some really good key takeaways about what you can do to control what you want your 2024 to look like. I hope you guys are going to the drawing boards. You are getting your Glam Boss workbook journals. These are available on my website, queenessenceempire.com, and they are we do have the ebook and we also have the hard copy as well. So you guys want to make sure that you pick these up, because it has a lot of good information, a lot of tips and tricks on how to be a boss and how to develop the success that you want. It has a lot of space for you to plan and write good information. As you can see, I've nearly filled January up with a lot of information. I've even went along with writing on the sides here because I am so on it with my book. It even has planner space. It has the dates here for you to be able to go in and write on your calendar all the important due dates that you might have in this month's priorities as well. And then when I flip the page here, it goes into my daily to-do list, because like I said, you want to break those goals down. Yeah, you've got all of 2024, you've got 12 months, you got 52 weeks, you got 365 days. You want to break it down into very simple, attainable goals that are going to help you become successful in 2024. Thank you guys for tuning into this video. Be sure to like this video, comment anything that you may have. You know, if you have any goals or resolutions that you may want to comment, or you have any other tips and tricks on what you are doing to ensure that you are successful in 2024, be sure to share it with the Glam community, because we are excited to know. We are one big family here on our Queen Essence YouTube channel, and if we can teach one, you know, that's what we are here to do. So you definitely want to drop your tips and tricks or what you're going to do to make your year successful. and be sure to share this video with your friends, because you don't want to be successful and your friends aren't successful as well. You want to share this with everyone that you love to ensure that they are successful in 2024 as well. Once again, this is Aaliyah A with Queen Essence Empire, where I help you discover your beauty within, and hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you guys have a successful 2024.